Welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's open live session. Today, we're doing something absolutely magnificent, something fun, interesting, captivating, I must say. And it will be absolutely just a lot of fun that I'm going to promise you. And of course, we're going to discover something new. We're going to discover something that we usually do when we draw Neurographica. We're going to find inner resources, inner strengths to start our new journey as the fall has started. Happy fall, everybody. A new yearly cycle is starting, right? Children are going to school. 2 days ago in many countries was the first day in school. In US where I live, in some areas school has started. My children started school 2 weeks ago, but I know my friends' children in different states have school next week and the week even after Labor Day. So we are at the verge, we are at the edge, so to say, at the door of new beginning, new start. And I'm inviting you all to come and join me and to draw with me. We're doing something absolutely amazing. We're going to follow the hero's journey, okay? We are going, you see this interesting circle right here on your screen, right? You see the names. There will be 12 steps, right? We are going to take in our journey. And we're going to draw the mandala. And of course, as within almost all of my sessions, I must say almost, sometimes I do lead the session without Neurographica, but that's rarely. Today's session, we will be utilizing the method of Neurographica as we will be going on our journey, okay? The method of Neurographica is an amazing transformational method that was created by Dr. Pavel Piskarev, PhD. He created this method to bring healing modality. It's a healing art modality, but it's much more than that. It's a psychological tool. It's a coaching tool. It's a way to allow transformation, to remove the limitations, to allow transformation to come into your life. I am a certified Neurographic instructor and coach. I am an official supervisor for their instructor's course for the 3rd year in a row. I enjoy Neurographica. My passion is Neurographica. I love it. I constantly study something new, some new addition to the neurographical journey. I must say that word also. And currently taking more courses and getting certified in them so I can bring them to you. The reason we're doing the hero's journey today is that we are starting the new yearly cycle, right? In many cultures and many religions, for example, in Judaism, right? We are starting the new year. The head of the year, they call it Rosh Hashanah, is this coming Monday night. It's an amazing, kind of trademark holiday where we start our year anew. And the month before the year starts, right? The month before Rosh Hashanah is generally traditional a month when people go through introspection. And the whole idea is to renewal, for regeneration. And I have been doing it this whole month for the last 4 weeks. Today's session number 4. I've been doing open sessions about renewal, about regeneration. On Tuesday, we made the mandala of yearly planning, where we planned the year ahead. But while doing so, first, what we did was going to our resources, back to our resources, and the resources from last year that we set up. I mean, not resources, resolutions, I mean to say. The resolutions we set for ourselves last year. And what did we do? We started giving them closure. We started looking at them and saying, oh, this I like, this I want to continue doing. I'm going to put them in the new year. This I have achieved. bringing in your accomplishment and accepting them. That's a very important transition, transitional step any person should be doing before they embark on something new, before they enter a new journey. Okay. And that's what we did this past Tuesday, and the week before last week, we had another session where we started to, it was also mandala, where we started to look at everything around and see where, we did the wheel of balance. We started looking, where are we now? What is less balanced in our life? What do we want to pay more attention? What do we want to pay more attention to? In the very first session we did, you're welcome to find, by the way, all of those sessions on my YouTube channel, Lana Shalom. It's in the profile, it's in the World of Neurographica newsfeed. And in the very first session, we actually discussed the four worlds, what's happening, why do we need, how do we pay attention to make sure that we have a synthesis of all aspects of who we are. We actually brought in the method of Ho'oponopono, and we did it together with Neurographica. Something that I feel is quite fascinating, because as we are actually will be offering in September a new program that integrates the world, that integrates Neurographic method with the Ho'oponopono method. It's an amazing, amazing program that I'm inviting everybody to participate in. If you have any questions, let me know, PM me. It's truly a one-of-a-kind opportunity for everybody to join. So let's go back to our program for now. What are we doing now, right? Why the hero's journey? Because last session on Tuesday, like I said, we made the resolutions for the new year, right? We said goodbye to some resolutions from last year. We gave them closure. We said, thank you for coming. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for giving me the energy. I am now releasing you. Sometimes we achieve our resolution from the past year, and sometimes we didn't, and that's okay, because we remember some resolutions, some goals are here for us to go through the pathway, for us to have that journey, okay? So now that we set the new resolutions, what are we doing now? Right now, we're going to regain the resources, get to regenerate ourselves, renew ourselves, so that when the year starts, we are ready to greet it, okay? We're going to go through the 12 steps of the journey, of the hero's journey. If you are a female, you're a heroine journey, right? And we will be going through each steps. I will explain it to you, and then I will show you a very unique approach that Pavel Piskaryov, the founder of Neurographica, has brought to this mandala, to this very famous, by the way, right? The hero's journey is was created by Joseph Campbell. He wrote a book, A Hero with 1,000 Faces. It's an amazing book. And based on that, lots and lots of theories and story writing tools were created. The hero's journey is a famous coaching tool, like you see it here. It's very famous. If you write it in Google, hero's journey, you're going to find a lot of explanations, a lot of circles like this that show you what the steps are. What I want to show you is a neurographical approach to it, and of course the practicality of all of it. Let's draw. Let's start bringing in. Let's start preparation for the year ahead, for the new cycle. Let's start preparation for new aspirations and new beginnings in our life, okay? I'm welcoming you here. Let's do this. 1 second. Give me a second. Give me a second, everybody. I'm trying to figure out Here we go. Okay. Here you go. Just something happened with my Facebook, and I had to kind of see what's going on. So I wanted to go live, so I will be able to see yeah, so I will be able to see what time is the so I will be able to see your reviews. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to transfer my camera. Okay, I'm going to transfer my camera. I want to start drawing right away. I want to show you what we are doing here so we can start our mandala. Okay. Give me a second. If your kind of screen kind of stalls, just refresh your Facebook and you will be able to see the stream again. Okay, sometimes that happens. Okay, let me fix my camera. 1 second. There you go. Let's see. Okay. I hope you guys see my my camera. Okay. So for those of you who were able, who are interested in printing out a template, you can do so at the it's at the event that I created, and it's on my profile if you're looking for it. In the event itself, I actually posted the template for the mandala, for the circle. Those of you who are interested in creating your own, why don't we do that, okay? Just kind of measure your paper in the middle of it. You can approximate if you want to. I'm using a circular. Some of you are might be quite comfortable using just the using your hand. Okay, what we need to do is to draw a circle. Okay, create just a big circle. Okay, what is a mandala? A mandala is actually a word in Sanskrit meaning a sacred circle. And mandalas are a sacred practice in many cultures. A circle itself, the symbolic of the circle, the symbolism of a circle is a sacred symbol in many cultures, many religions, you know, many places, right? So what are we doing? We are going to, second. Second, I don't see my Facebook feed. Okay, let's see if it's better now. Yeah. Okay. So just measure. We're going to make a series of 7 circles. Okay. So let's do this. Okay, so maybe 1 circle here, 1 circle here, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, let's do this. Okay, take your circular and let's draw a series of there's a circular I realize I've used. I have few circulars and they're different from each other, so I use them for different purposes. Okay, voila. This circle is actually much more comfortable to use. 6, 7. Okay. Okay, there you go. It's more stationary, it's more, there you go, circle 1. Again, we're doing a series of growing circles, okay? 2. Again, you guys can just print a template if you don't want to draw. I like to draw on my drawing pad where the paper is a different quality and the coloring effect looks completely different than the regular printing paper that I use. So to me, that makes the difference, okay? Okay. Let me know if you're drawing with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, correct. Let me know, how are you? I know most of you will be watching in recording. I know people told me that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the hero's journey. Okay, voila. Okay. Voila. Okay. The circular part is over. So let's start with, let's add the other sections, okay? Basically, let me show you what you would like to achieve. In a second, let me show you. I'm going to share with you what we are looking to draw. Okay, it's actually the same template. I'll be honest with you. It's the same template that we've been using for the last 3 sessions, okay, for the last 2 sessions, the previous session and the session before. Okay, this is what we're looking for. We're looking at a circle broke down in 12 segments, but also in the middle, we added 7 more circles, 7 more sections, okay? So this is truly a multi-step process. It's going to take some time, but once we do it, it's going to be absolutely fine. Like I said, the hero's journey is one of my favorite. I think most people will say the same thing. Most people who enjoy the mandala, most people who took the Mandala course, by the way, there's a whole course on mandala with the use of Neurographic method. I want to tell you, it's one of the most popular courses, right? One of the most popular algorithms, methods in Neurographica. And we do offer that course for sale. If anybody is interested, you're welcome to contact me. And I will be glad to let you know the price and everything else. Mandala is one of the most popular. The other popular algorithm is the NeuroTree. And yes, we have a course about the NeuroTree as well. The official course is the specialist course. We will be actually conducting it this at the end of this coming September, right? We are starting the new specialist cohort. This will be our 5th cohort, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's our 5th cohort. It's amazing. We have approximately 25 people within our specialist course already studying students, and approximately 10 of them have become certified already. Certification takes some time, but once you do it, voila, you're on your way, okay? You are planning, the specialist course is amazing, besides the fact that it gives you, specifically within my teaching of the specialist course, I bring to you everything you need to know about the tree metaphor, lots of session notes, lots and lots of presentations that you will be allowed to use further on. As the specialist course is the course that gives you the right to use Neurographica within your professional practice, within your coaching method, even leading workshops and master classes to other people. Okay, so absolutely a magnificent course. I am a certified trainer for the specialist course. That's not something that usually that's the usual neurographic instructors get. But I was able to obtain the rights to do that from Pavel Piskarev himself. And it's an amazing course, I want to tell you, okay? And those of you who want to just learn about the neurotrees, I offer a neurotrees course, okay? A whole course where we draw 11 neurotrees, okay? Amazing course, highly reviewed, that you can take and start learning all about neurotrees in combination with various practices and methodologies, okay? So over here, we're gonna start putting numbers, okay? The very top is 12. It's like a clock, okay? So over here we have 1, 2, 3, numbers of our steps, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, like we mentioned already. Okay, let's start discussing, okay? Let's start discussing what's going on here, okay? The mandala that you see inside is the mandala is a symbolic representation of who we are, okay? This is our mandala, okay? This is a symbol of our character, our personality. This is a symbol of us as a human being, as a person, any role we play within the society, you know, who am I? If you think about it, I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I am a neurographic instructor, I'm a teacher, I'm a consumer, right? Who am I also? So many roles we play, okay? So guess what? This symbol is the versatility of who we are within our amazing and complex world, okay? And that's the reason why we draw the mandala. And I'll be honest with you, I find it quite captivating that we draw the mandala with 7 in folds, right? Look at this, we have 7 more circles. I will explain to you why we're doing it. I think some of you may already understand, right? The allegory to number 7, okay? 7 is an important number. We know in the universal understanding, right? 7 days of the world, 7 colors, 7 planets, major planets are 7. If we count in addition to Earth, so basically, again, 7 wonders of the world, lots of things associated with 7. 7 is a sacred number. Again, like I mentioned before, I'm going to say it again. When I say the word sacred, when I give you like certain ideas like sacred number, I really do mean not just in one place, but really many cultures, many practices, you know, many religions all across. And 7 here, it came for a reason. Some of you may understand we're going to refer to the 7 chakras, the 7 energy vortices, right? Chakra is a Sanskrit word for an energy center, right? Every human being has 7 major energy centers within their body. There's actually much more than 7. There's 10, there's 12 actually, but they go more about around your aura, A-U-R-A. We are not going to go into the whole oral thing, although we will work on it when we're going to go into the outer realm. But the basic understanding is this circle with the 7 layers is who you are, the symbolism of who you are. And the area around your circle is the outer part, okay? It's the outer journey, okay? Let's discuss the steps here, okay? I want to show you, I want to explain to you the numbers, okay? The number 12 here represents the 12 steps that each person takes. What is the hero journey again about? It's about new beginning. It's about starting something new, okay? When you draw this, you can take a specific goal in mind, right? You can have a specific goal in mind. You can have a certain idea, a general idea in mind, right? If you're interested to learn more about how to set your goal, I actually did a live session last week, I believe. Again, you'll find it on my YouTube channel. It's called the 7 steps of the algorithm. Step 1, the goal, setting the goal. I discuss in details, how do you set your goal? Is it something general? Is it something specific? You know, for this specific algorithm, you can do both. You can do either one, right? You can do something specific, right? Let's say buying a house, or you can do something very general, okay? Like starting the new year, right? Starting fall, starting a new yearly cycle. And when we discuss the 12 steps, we discuss it's an association with the time, okay? An association with the fact that, you know, we always start and then a certain time passes as we go on a journey. And when we reach the end of our journey, we're in a different time zone. We're in a different time lapse already, okay? So let's start discussing the 12 steps, okay? The first step, before we start drawing, I want to explain to you, the first step is the step where we start discussing, okay? I don't know if you see it or not. 1 second. I'm going to make a right. And I'm going to make it in a marker so you guys can see my circle. So you can see what I'm marking here. Okay. You can follow along. Okay. Okay. So let's start with step number 1. Okay. Step number 1 is the thought, the idea, and the desire. Okay. Thought, an idea, and the desire. Okay. As soon as you get it's in the traditional hero's journey, in the traditional idea of Joseph Campbell, this is called the call. You know, it's when a person gets the call. When a person gets a calling saying, it's time to go on your hero's journey. It's hearing the calling, okay? It's interesting to know that yeah, let's do this. Step 2 is the fantasy, okay? As soon as you get the call, the idea, right? You say, let's say I had this idea that I want to draw the Mandala of Hero's journey, right? First, I had a desire. It came to my mind, oh, maybe I should do the hero's journey, right? Then came the fantasy, okay? Fantasy is when you start, you know, fantasizing. It doesn't have to be something realistic. It can be something, you know, something beyond this world. It can be something not realistic. It can be, you know, flying. It can be, it can involve the ideas of mythology, of legends, you know. The fantasy world is exactly why it's called the fantasy. It's a state where a person does not govern, does not constrain, does not put boundaries on their thoughts, on their way they see themselves. And that's what kind of fuels, that's what gives resources and energy to that idea, okay? The third step, okay, is where the journey starts, okay? Third step. Notice 3 is the middle point, right? It's a partition between the top layer and the bottom layer. Pay attention to the following, right? If we are to break this down into 4 parts, what do we have? We have the famous 4 quadrants, something that Pavel created called the Metamodern Quadrants, right? So the top part, you know, is intuition, right? It has to do with intuition. This is how connected we are to our soul, how connected we are to the fantasy land within us, right? How connected we are to what we want, and how do we allow ourselves to dream, right? To relax, to meditation area, right? How do we connect to that area within us that's not possible to reach through the logical thinking. That's something to understand, right? The number 4 we have is, and when we get to number 3, is we're starting to enter the reality. Just so you know, the top area in the quadrants is always the metaphysical world. Okay, the top area is metaphysical, right? It's kind of connected to the physical, but it's beyond, right? This is what we understand. This is, you know, the mystical part. The bottom part is the physical. This is the reality, okay? The physical world, all the reality. Okay, the top part is the metaphysical world, or, you know, something that Jung, right, Carl Gustav Jung called drive, right? Subconscious, you know, Freud as well, subconscious or unconscious, right? When people fantasize, they're not fully conscious, they're not fully present within their realistic world, right? They're in fantasy, right? You know, how children tend to fantasize. And it's a great thing, you know, it's something that adults, you know, need to kind of learn to go back into, right? Step 3 is this threshold. Okay, we have 4 thresholds: 3, 6, okay, 9, and of course 12. Okay, the thresholds are very important. This is the part where we start, where a journey starts after thinking and hesitations. Okay, first we have a thought, we start fantasizing, and then we start thinking, do I want to bring it to reality? I want to tell you about maybe 80% of people's fantasies never come into reality because they just kind of toss it away. They find it to be not very appropriate and not very right to bring into somebody's reality. Okay, so that's something to pay attention to. Over here, when we do fantasy, we give intention. Okay. So after some thinking and hesitation, we finally decide we want to do something. Okay, we start. This is the threshold. Okay? We start the journey. Okay, and we start putting more ideas, more understanding into what is it that we want to achieve here. Okay, officially the step number 4 is called allies, right? We start looking for friends. We start expressing our personal feelings and emotions to people. Okay, telling people. Start telling people about our ideas. Okay, we start sharing our ideas. This is a moment where we start sharing our ideas with others. And it's interesting to note that some people, you know, may hear you and they may support you. And some people, and that's how we get allies, right? We get people who are supporting us, right? Who say, excellent idea, I'm so proud, it sounds great, way to go, pal. And some people may say, I'm not sure. Are you sure this is realistic? Are you sure you want to do this? Are you making money out of it? How much are you planning to earn? You know, people always, I remember any project I start, I have people coming up like cousins and stuff, you know. I started, me and my cousin, we did a cookbook, an ethnic cookbook of our family, our community, our cultural background about 3 years ago. And the first thing her brother, my cousin, asked is, so how much are you planning to earn? Right? Which is like a great way to bring somebody's fantasy, boom, down. But we know it's a realistic way, right? That's how reality is. Many people will start giving you an understanding that, hey, are you even here? Do you understand what's involved, right? People may ask you what is involved. So in this step, step number 5, we are meeting with some resistance through actual people. Okay, in the original state, the step 5 is called demons, right? Uprising resistance. I don't want to call it that way. I kind of want to call it resistance, right? People start telling you that your idea may not come true. It's not realistic enough. It doesn't have enough support. It may not happen. Why are you even trying? Don't bother it. They will tell you, don't even bother. You know, I tried it and it doesn't work. You want too much, they're going to tell you. There's lots and lots of, we call it limiting beliefs from the outside, right? Most of the time people have, a lot of times, right, any idea we see, people have limiting beliefs, right, that kind of blocks, they work like blocks, they stop you, right? Usually internal limiting beliefs, you work out over here between step 2 and 3. But over here in step 5, you start meeting limiting beliefs from, you start hearing it from other people. This will never come true, don't do this, why are you bothering? This is not the right thing to do, okay? So a lot of times over here, before the step 6, guess what happens? Remember, 6 is a threshold. So the breaking point always occurs before the threshold. Like I said, over here, between 2 and 3, people start meeting with limiting beliefs, right? Blocks, right? They're inner inhibitions, okay? Inhibitions, okay? But over here, we meet with outer inhibitions. We meet from the society, from the outside of who we are, okay? Friends telling us, maybe parents are telling us, this is not practical, go get a job, don't do what you want to do. You know, if you have a dream of pursuing, becoming a dancer or an artist or anything like that, this is the step where they tell you, no, don't do this. So step 6 is what we call a, in the original way, it's called death, okay? What I want to present you is disappointment, okay? Is when a person start believing what others said and says, you know what, I'm not gonna bother, probably not gonna happen. I wanna tell you that if over here it was about 80 to 90%, right, of people not even going beyond fantasy, over here we have about like 60 to 70% of people stop at this stage in their in their projects, okay? They start thinking about it, right? They start talking about it, they start figuring things out, and then they meet some resistance and they say, I don't know if I want to deal with it, okay? In the coaching world, we say, when we see something like this, we say people don't have enough resources to deal with this issue, okay? And that's what it's all about. That's what makes us so interesting, and that's why we are doing this journey, right, in this modality, so we can get some resources. I will show you how to do this. And those people who do go through this disappointment, right, some people even stop thinking about it, and then at a certain point they kind of hear the second calling, okay, kind of hear, you know, maybe they persist fantasizing, maybe somebody else said something and they're thinking, you know, I still want to do this. I still want to, like I was thinking whether I want to do the hero's journey mandala or not. Many people would be interested or not. You know, I had my own inhibitions, you know, resistance. I don't know if people are going to attend or if people are going to watch. And then people wrote to me, you know, we definitely want to do this. Please do it. I won't be able to come to the live because this time is not convenient for me, but please do it. You know, they said it's Friday. Can you please do it? And I will make sure to watch it in recording. And I'm thinking, okay, that's what I want to do, right? Then I really want to continue bringing, right? So step 7 is when your desire, your original desire, notice, by the way, notice the correspondence to number 1, okay? Your original desire keeps coming back between 6 and 7, right? After you say, not going to do it, not worth it. People start asking you, you see interest, you see your own self, you connect it to yourself, and you start saying that this idea persists within you. This is really what you want to do. Okay, like the idea I've been having for the past year was to go get my PhD, right? It's been on and off, and in the middle of July, in the middle of the summer, I said, no, not doing it. It's too complicated, not going to do it this year. Maybe I do it in a year or two. I've been wanting to do it for the past like 7 years. Finally, this great opportunity came as, you know, Pavel is forming a group. We were doing it through the Institute, and I'm like, I want to do this. I was even talking to a friend about it. I'm like, but I don't know if I have the time and all of that. And then I had a death and disappointment step within that idea. And recently I had a surge, right? And I saw that they started the program again for this year, 21, 22. And I wrote to Pavel, I said, I don't know if I should do it, time-wise and everything. And he gave me a present. Step 7 is a present or gifts, okay? This may be physical, something physical, right? Let's say if you're opening a business, you're starting a project, this can be, an actual, like, somebody gave you a fund, you found funds to go on with the project, you found somebody who's an investor, right? And this can be an inner process, right? Like Pavel wrote to me saying, I believe in you, you can do it. Don't worry, we'll give you the support you needed, right? And that was a turning point for me. That was like, okay, if there is support, and he started writing, I saw how the whole thing program works. It's a great program. There is structure, there is explanation. I'm like, I'm going to do it, right? So I wrote to him, yes, I'm going to do it. So this is an interesting part, right? Step 7 is when you get this like kind of hidden, I would say, present, right? A present that will give you a chance to understand that, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to do. And you start, your original desire kind of resurfaces, okay? And at this time, it resurfaces with the resources, with the kind of support that you got through somebody. It's a present, it's a gift, okay? In the religious terms, we can say, if step 6, many people would be a turning point where people would be praying, right? People would be saying, people kind of give up, but deep inside on the back burner, they have this belief that it will come true. Let me try it, okay? And they start praying, they start saying, affirmation, they connect to the divine, to the universe, and they start thinking that this is possible. And the present here would be, some kind of sign, again, talking from a religious point of view, a sign from God, a sign from the divine, that the universe is supporting you. You can continue your journey, okay? Remember, the important part here is between 5 and 6, a lot of people give up. They don't even get to point 6 where you meet, so to say, death. I don't know if I want to say that word because a lot of people have negative connotation. So I'm going to say the word disappointment, right? People see disappointment. People see, they see the stopping of some idea. There is no continuation. They can't think about it. They don't see the future behind it, right? They can't fantasize or dream further, right? But if you kind of overcome that, right? If you start over here, you do, you stop what you're doing, but you continue your thinking, you're fantasizing the idea. I want to tell you, I've been thinking about it the whole summer. I was like, should I do it? No. And I kept thinking, no, I can't do it this year. Too many things. I want to complete one thing and I want to complete another thing. And I spoke to a few people and people told me, listen, you don't have to finish it within 1 year. You can take 2 years and complete it, And that was another turning point why I thought, okay, so if I don't complete it this year, then I have another year, to complete, to do the dissertation and all of that thing, right? And that's what it is, right? It's going further, right? I received the present, right? Once you get to the step, if you're willing to go further, if you don't stop here, you make one single step, I promise you, one single step, you will be on your way to receive a present and a gift, which will take you further. Guess what number 8 is, okay? Remember how we talked about number 2 being a fantasy and intention? But as soon as you give yourself an intention, what do you have? You start having inner inhibitions, inner resistance, right? Number 8 is an outer obstacle, okay? In mythological terms, we call it meeting the dragon, okay? Some people say you meet the dragon over here. Actually, death is also the dragon, right? Meeting with a dragon, like in fairy tale style and mythological, right? Myths and legends. What happens, the hero goes on a journey and sees that there is a dragon that's guarding this very important artifact that the hero is trying to obtain. And what does the hero do over here? Number 6, the dragon. 6 goes here, dragon. Okay. The person starts saying, oh, this dragon is too big for me. I'm not even going to bother. Turns around and goes away. But if you start going further, the person starts thinking there is a way to overcome this dragon. They go further. We talked about it. They find a present, gifts, right? The regular allegory is King Arthur finding that sword, right? And then they get to number 8. The number 8 is actually dealing with outer obstacles, right? And that's why I said the word dragon. Why dragon? Because dragon can be an inner dragon, right? Inner fear. Dragon can be an actual dragon outside. I do want to note, right? I've been studying this recently. I'm actually studying in depth the 12 archetypes, right? Which are also quite directly related with the 12 steps. I'm not going to go into it. It's, too beyond the scope of the session. But the idea that you have to fight the dragon is a very masculine approach to the hero's journey. And just notice the name, hero's journey, right? It's important to know that those with females have a different approach. It's called the heroine's journey. And it's a bit different, right? Male, feminine, masculine, feminine, their objective is to fight the dragon, okay? To deal with the dragon, to meet the dragon, right? There's a lot of allegories, a lot of phrases like, understanding symbolism within meeting your own dragon, right? With females, it's a bit different. I led a female group in the female labyrinth yesterday, and it was different how we discussed how when you reach the center of the labyrinth, you don't fight with a mentor, you deal differently. You work with it within the feminine energy. Feminine energy is greeting your inner dragon, seeing the dragon, understanding who the dragon is, and here the allegory of the inner child comes in, right? You meet the inner child. What does a mother do with a crying child? She comforts, right? Again, the idea of a circle, by the way, it's a feminine energy. You comfort the crying child. You offer support. You offer comfort, and you say it's going to be okay. And then the child will go to the father and say, Daddy, what can I do, for specific steps? Again, the idea is this explanation somewhat traditionally based. We're not saying that females, don't offer specific steps. Of course they do. We know so much, but we're talking about feminine energy. It's different from the male energy. Okay, so over here, you can see, what do you want to use more? Do you want to use a male energy? Do you want to go heads on and kind of, fight the dragon, kind of cut the head off of the dragon? What do you want to deal in a feminine energy style? Actually meet the dragon, start talking to the dragon, understanding, I like the idea of Shrek, how the dragon was a female dragon, right? Remember in the storyline, and fell in love with the donkey, right? It's a different twist on the usual approach to the dragon, that the dragon is an enemy and we must fight it. Okay, it's a different, idea. And that's what I wanted to bring to you, this understanding that the dragon can be conquered in different ways, okay? Assess what kind of dragon this is. Is it a male dragon? Does it need to be, do you need to find a sword and actually, take off the head? Or you can talk to it, okay? Interesting also, various ideas. Step number 9, return to reality, okay? Once you fight the dragon, this step involves overcoming the dragon, okay? And again, some people, remember number 9 is a threshold. Some people will not be able to conquer the dragon, whether it's symbolic, whether it's allegorical or physical, okay? They can't overcome the physical obstacles, and they stop their journey over here. Remember, 9 is a threshold. Before each threshold, we have the stopping of the journey, okay? So over here, number 9 is called return to reality or full victory, okay? So it's not full, it's victory. We call it victory, Okay, those are people who do overcome the dragon and pass through number 8, go through this journey and get to number 9. Number 9 is reaching your first victory, not full victory, it's first victory. Okay, this is where you get your first, people who open up new businesses or people who start something new, they start seeing results here. They're little tiny results, people becoming interested in what you do. People start emailing you, people start sending you messages, people start asking you questions, and you're like, oh, I'm generating interest here. People want to hear from me, right? Let's say in my situation with the PhD, honestly, I'm just here, okay? I'm just here. I'm in the present and the gift, and I realize my next step will be the dragon, okay? Where I have to actually go through the outer obstacle. I have to sit down and figure out the schedule. I have to figure out what do I want to do. I'm still not sure what my PhD, what my dissertation will be faced about. I have to actually sit down and fill out that form, right? The administrator sent me a form. I have to fill it out. I have to apply. I have to start thinking, internalizing. Okay, internalizing is very important, right? And then I'm going to have to see, I honestly didn't get to this point yet. I don't know what my dragon is. Is it inner? Because I still have some hesitation, or is it actually outer? My outer dragon, I know, is time and organization. Okay, so organization I can conquer. Time is something I think through the use of Neurographic I can also conquer. Okay, I'm going to draw the timeline. I'm going to draw the idea of learning how to govern time through Neurographic method. We actually do this in the neuro timeline. Any of you interested, welcome to take the whole course, teaching you how to do that. So, and then people get to their first victory. Okay, the first victory is again those little tiny, the first fruits, so to say. By the way, talking about fall, the first fruit. Okay, you get to this threshold. Look what happens over here. You passed 1/3 of the journey, right? 1/3 of your journey has passed already. 1, 2, 3, 3/4. Oh, not 1/4, I mean 3/4. Okay. And I want to tell you something interesting here. A lot of people reach victory number 9, they stop here, right? They reach their first victory, now step number 9, and they stop here. They think this is it, that they finished their achievement. They're like, that's it, I'm done. I don't have to go anymore. And they don't understand that this is only 3/4 of the journey. The fruits they got was only the beginning, just the first fruits. A lot of people become kind of what would be the right word? Kind of overexcited with the success, and they kind of, how they say they lose their head, right? With success. And they don't continue going. They don't understand that there is also step 10, 11, and 12 to get to the complete victory, okay? And it's interesting to know because step number 10 is, step 10, 11, and 12 are important for consolidating and sustaining the path of the goal, okay? This goal is just temporary. This goal is fleeting. I mean, this result, the victory is fleeting. It's temporary. If you want to achieve, kind of permanency, you have to continue the 3 steps. And that's what's important to note. Many people will stop. Learn to start seeing this allegory, this symbolism within all of your projects, so that you don't stop here and thinking, that's it, let's go find another project. If you don't kind of internalize your victory, if you don't internalize everything you learn, if you don't accept your accomplishments, you won't be able to start the new cycle. Because remember, we have 12, right? How does the clock work? We have 10, 11, 12, and only then we have 1 again. Okay, and the same thing with a year. We have 12 months in a year, right? We can't have a year without winter, right? Some people say, most of the world, it's an idea that the new year begins in the winter. In reality, the new year begins in spring, right? Spring is the year when the year starts renewing, rejuvenating, right? The idea of spring is rewaking, right? But without winter, there is no spring, guys. Without that hibernation, the time when people, kind of go inside their homes because it's usually cold, and they start kind of meditating and accepting their victories, everything they have achieved. Okay, like this is the reason why I'm doing this session this month before the new yearly full cycle begins, right? Because we need to accept what we have achieved. So step number 10 is called kind of meeting. If we over here we had presence, right? Over here we had allies, right? Step number 10 is kind of meeting with a bit more maybe resistance, right? Resistance, right? It's understanding that, again, you're gonna have victories, and what happens once you have victories? It's resistance, right? Some people will say, oh, some people will be jealous, maybe some people will be kind of disapproving, some people will be telling I don't know why you're doing this, you shouldn't be doing this. You're going to meet some resistance both within, like I mentioned, once you do get the first victory, people stop, right? That's a part of resistance. And you can get some outer resistance. And if you overcome, right, if you learn how to overcome it, if you learn to pass through this resistance is actually over here. This journey to number 10 is resistance, okay? Over here in 10, we have kind of also presence or gift, support, right? You start getting support. If you start overcoming the resistance, if you don't listen to people that this is, don't listen to yourself that maybe I should stop here. Why do I want more? You start getting support. You start seeing signs, right, from the universe, from the outside, that the world, the universe is accepting you. The world, the universe is excited to bring you in here, and they want to see more victories. And that's what number 11 is. 11 is full victory. It's full mastery. It's reaching your goal fully, okay? You actually reach your goal over here. Okay, over here was just the first fruits, but the full what do you call that agricultural word that shows when you get a lot of fruits from what you saw, right? That's where you get over here. It's number 11. Okay, number 11 is where you fully reach your goal. You get full victory. Number 12, it's interesting, right? You would think that you would get full victory and then you can start again, right? You can say, okay, I finished this project, let's start again. But there's also number 12. Where is number 12? Right? Number 12 is the Sabbath, right? Number 12 is the resting time. Notice where 12 is, right here. It's the exact time. It's straightforward. You're standing still. You're standing straight forward, right? This is called the Sabbath. What happens during the Sabbath, right? What is that day of rest that was created? The day of rest was for reflection. Number 12 is reflection, looking back at everything you achieve, right? Over here, by the way, when you reach full victory, you also reach mastery, okay? And excellence, just so you know, guys. Okay. And number 12 is reflection. Looking back and understanding, going back through all the steps, all back to the beginning and seeing, accepting accomplishments, right? We know that's very important. This is what I've been talking. This is my new mantra, because I remember doing the, again, I forgot that name. I did a session on the learning how to accept your accomplishment, the Imposter Syndrome. And the main ideas there was people don't accept their accomplishments. So when they start something new, they skip the step number 12. When they start something new, they don't internalize the victory, the mastery, the excellence that they achieved within their project. So when they start something new, they're not sure, and they start getting, praise or victories. That's why many people stop here. The imposter syndrome starts, right? People start saying, thinking, I don't know if I have the right to go further. Imposter syndrome, right? That's where it fits in. I don't know if I should start. People are telling me I'm doing great, I'm doing something amazing. I don't know if it's true. Maybe yes and maybe no. And that's where it starts, okay? That's where, in order not to get this in your next project, you need to master number 12. You need to take the sabbatical, so to say. That's the reason the word sabbatical came from, this word Sabbath, right? The reflection when people in the academic world, right? And nowadays, not only academic world, people take sabbaticals in any field, but they take it and they start rethinking, they start rediscovering their passion, their understanding of the world, of their goal, of the field they're in. People come back either saying, I am reignited, I will be, I want to go get back into this field with new passion, or I did that. You know, I took a sabbatical 5 years already ago, 16, 17 was my sabbatical, 16, no, 17, 4 years ago. I took a sabbatical. It was the most amazing, transformational, rejuvenating year for me. I took a full 1 to 2 month sabbatical, like I had a Vipassana for myself. You know, I sat in a silent meditation. I couldn't go away. I had a baby back then at home. And I kind of stayed home. I would send the kids to grandma for a few days and just kind of do a silent retreat and figure out what is going on with me. Who am I? Why am I here? After that, I kind of left my field. You know, I stopped teaching, doing special education with children. It just lost interest for me. And I realized I did everything I can to you know, everything I could within my kind of possibility to highest achievements ever. I'll be honest with you, I tried to even go back and doing something, you know, trying some new achievements. I would go in, try something, easily achieve it, you know, be like, nope, I don't need it anymore. And I left, right? And afterwards, in 18, came Neurographica and everything else. But yes, Michelle, hello, honey. Imposter of the Year. So that's what we're going to work with, Michelle. You're in many of my programs. You know, welcome to come for the September program. That's exactly what we work with. Number 12, achieving, accepting your accomplishments. Are you internalizing your accomplishments? Every single step you pass. Are you, it's not about just patting yourself on the back. Affirmations may help. I'm not arguing with affirmations. Yes, look in the mirror, help, but there's much more than that. It's finding resources, guys. Between 11, a lot of people stop here and they don't internalize. And this comes from childhood, you know, because a lot of times parents would not acknowledge the accomplishments a person would achieve as a child. And the person gets used to this idea of not acknowledging their achievements, okay? Oh, thank you, Marla. Nice to see you here, honey. Yes, yes, absolutely. I want to tell you, by the way, Michelle, I have a similar thing. I realized at one point, I'm telling you, that was when highlighted strongly by my imposter syndrome session. Afterward, I started paying attention to what's happening, and I realized every achievement I get over here, I pour it down the drain because I don't get to number 12. It just kind of floats away. I don't internalize it. I don't, you know, accept it within my mind. Remember our favorite phrases, right? I acknowledge and I accept this achievement within my mind, within my feelings, my heart, my emotions, within my body, and within my whole being, within my soul. Guys, that's why I'm teaching you guys that phrase. Once you say it, you're going to start internalizing. Michelle, you know what I'm talking about? You send me an email. You have to do that within every single picture, every single step you do within that program. You start saying that to yourself, you're going to start feeling it, okay? You're going to start internalizing your achievements. And that's step number 12, reflection. Okay, guys, take your time to reflect. Take your time for sabbatical. Okay, Sabbath was invented for a reason, right? I celebrate Sabbath the Jewish way, right? I completely get off any technology, anything. I read, I spend time with kids, I spend time with my husband, you know, rejuvenating, spending time. And it's not just about spending time with the family, it's getting to know yourself. And it's true, lots of meditation, lots of contemplation, okay? And guess what? You come back to Sunday, or, you know, for Christians, Sunday is a sabbatical day. So they come back to Monday, step number 1. You come back renewed, rejuvenated. And number 1, guess what happens between here right? After you do the sabbatical, you rest, renew, rejuvenate, right? The name of this series that I do, renewal and rejuvenation. Rejuvenate. Okay. And what happens then? You come back new and you start thinking, huh, I had an idea, or I have an idea, right? Like the famous word of Dr. Martin Luther King, I have a dream. Guys, remember, what is the whole message of Neurographica? Daring to dream. And that's what happens, daring to dream, okay? Now we can start drawing, guys. Let's start the drawing process, okay? I know it took some time to explain it to you, but this was an important part. I want you to understand what you're doing, okay? I personally see Neurographic not just an art process, which is what it is, right? Anybody learning to start Neurographica can become an artist. In Russia, by the way, they officially entered the Artists Association. They become a part of the official Artists Association. If you're a Neurographica student or instructor, you send your pictures. Anybody can do it, by the way, even if you don't live in Russia. If anybody in Europe wants to become a part of Russian Association of Artists, Pavel is a part of the board, and he commissioned to make sure that Neurographica is seen as an official art component, art, what do you call that? Like a part of art form. Okay, so that's a possibility. Now, I want to tell you, what are you guys doing here? Let's start bringing in, okay? First, what we do before we start any journey, remember what we said, we're taking a sabbatical. What happens in the sabbatical? In the sabbatical, we rejuvenate and renew ourselves. How do we do that? What do we call it in the simple words? Harmony, okay? Over here, we're going to start harmonizing ourselves. Over here, we're going to start understanding how we want to, how do we do the harmony before we start. Oh, I'm so glad, Michelle. Yes, yes, absolutely. Let's start this journey, okay? Let's start this beginning, okay? So the middle circle is, we're going to start the building up of the chakra system. Remember, this is the first chakra color. Some people can make it red. I'm making it kind of pink, okay? Just go through this inner circle. You can color it any way you want to, any shade you want to. It should be the color of, the variation of color red, okay? You can do it in different patches and different shades, like I said. The idea is for you to have a visualization of this color as the core, okay? This is the core of who we are as a human being, okay? So we start with a red, okay? Harmonizing each other, harmonizing ourselves. The next step comes orange, right? For females, orange is an important color. This is the color of our chakra, right? By the way, red is more like masculine energy, material world, physical realm, masculine energy, okay? Orange is the feminine energy, right? It's a chakra of our uterus, right? This is how we create. This is how we come to the world, right? We procreate. We do something very unique. Nobody can do this, right? We do procreation. We kind of combine, I'm going to dare, remember? The theme is daring. That's going to be my theme for this whole year, daring, right? Because I'm daring to do something new, right? And this year I'm starting the new kind of focus, the financial growth and success and prosperity, right? And then I'm not just daring to do that, I actually dared to do that last year. What I'm doing this year, I'm daring to do it openly, okay? I went from this area, from doing it internally to doing it openly now, okay? I'm in this area. Because last year I started that process, I became the trainer for the psychology of money, CASA. This year I'm saying I'm daring. I'm going to start bringing it to people. I'm going to start talking about it, do a lot of open sessions, start educating people about the psychology of money, because some of you who are in my Neurographic coaching group, you know what I'm talking about. Money is never about money. It's much more than that. It's about who you are, about what you're doing here, and how do you achieve your goals, okay? So orange is the active female energy. Give me a second. Okay, let's do this one, okay. Step number, circle number 3 is the solar perplex. What color is the solar perplex? Exactly the color that we're saying, solar sun connection, right? It's our connection to ego. It's our communication also connected with this. It's how we connect to worry, right? If somebody's worried, if somebody's anxious, anxiety is yellow chakra, right? By the way, our eating, notice, right? How it's close to our navel, to our tummy. I actually always thought that eating is associated with the orange chakra. No, it's associated with the yellow chakra. Why? Because yellow is about emotional well-being. You know, that's why I mentioned when somebody's anxious, has anxiety, has worry. It's you need to sit down and draw something with yellow. You know, go outside, spend some time with the sun. You know, hopefully you have sun. If you don't, then, you know, maybe put something yellow, you know, watch something yellow, put some yellow color, look at the pictures of the sun, get the yellow color energy, okay? A lot of people have an eating thing. I myself do that, right? When I'm worried, when I'm analyzing something, I tend to eat because that's my way. But for me, that's association with a different chakra, with the throat chakra. Okay, just start understanding. Okay, wanting to eat is can be association with the yellow chakra, and it can be an association with the blue chakra. We're going to do the blue chakra a bit later. Let's do the green first, right? This is my favorite green. This. For me, the throat, yeah, the green color, of course, is heart, hence the color green. Now, we know some people can say, why isn't the heart chakra red? Because we express our love through the red chakra, okay, guys? This is an open session, so I'm going to be very child-friendly, right? We express our love through the red chakra, okay? Through the physical desires and impulses, but color green is the real association with the word love, okay? Why? Because love is opening your heart to somebody or something, okay? Just something for you to understand, okay, guys? Love is opening yourself up to the idea that I'm ready to accept, you know, resources or connect to somebody else on a different realm, a different level, and also receiving back, right? That's what it's all about. Receiving back is very, very important. Okay, guys? Excellent, excellent, okay. One second. One second, guys. Okay, sorry, I had to answer some very important prompt message, okay? So again, opening yourself up, right? As I'm talking about opening yourself up, there you go, the green chakra, opening yourself up, bringing yourself to love another human being, you know, opening your heart. If most people think that money related matter is connected to number red, to color red, it is in practical sense, but that's what I'm saying. Money is never about money. Money is more going to the green chakra, opening yourself up to the idea of money, to the idea that somebody loves you enough to give you money. And by somebody, we mean the universe, we mean God, we mean the divine, whichever one of those. And that's what we work with in the Cast of Psychology of Money. If you're interested, before I do the open program, you can come and I'll do the personal session with you. It's an amazing session, by the way. when I personal work with your blocks, while in October, I'm planning to start a group. We're going to work on a group level. But if you want personal working over here, what comes after green, right? You open yourself up, and what happens? You start, it's a chakra, the chakra of the throat, okay? It's a blue, light blue, okay? Notice we have two blues here. One will be dark, one will be light. The first thing we do is light blue, okay? It's the chakra of the throat, okay? It's the chakra of the mouth, by the way, talking, expressing yourself, right? Leadership, individuality, everything is here. Thyroid, right? This is connected to the physical. I'm not going much into biological, but we all know it's there. Kind of reminded me, I actually have the neuro healing course. Did not finish it. I need to finish it because it's something in my plans. But at this point, you know, talking, connecting, if over here we open ourselves up to connect to others, this is how we do it. In the physical realm, we're talking to other people, we're communicating, right? Communication. Communication also, we talked about yellow, but yellow is an inner part. And here's an interesting thing to note, guys, right? We are going further into the upper chakras, right? Talking, discussing, expressing yourself, your thoughts, right? Your mental capabilities, your ideas, right? And the next step comes the dark, okay? Some people make it dark navy. Some people call it, what's the name of that, guys? Remind me, then the official name of it, dark, it's in my mind and I can't remember it. It's a dark color. I forgot the name of it. Basically, it's dark navy. There you go. Voila. Okay. This is the third eye chakra, guys. You can actually, you know, if everything else on the physical level, you, by the way, can do this, you know, as you color, you can touch each part of your body, you know, with an orange, you put your hand on like on your tummy. With the yellow, you put your hand on the solar plexus, right? That point. With the green, you put your hand on the heart, right? With the blue, you can put your hand on the throat. Indigo. Thank you, Michelle. There you go. I remember it somewhere there. I like that word indigo. I think some people give their children name indigo, and I first thought it was so interesting to name your child indigo. It's such a third eye kind of chakra name, right? You would expect that child to be like very mystical. But that's what it is, right? The blue, right? The dark, deep blue. And you can put your hand, as you draw with the right hand, let's say, you can put your yellow hand and kind of massage it. Massage your yellow, your third eye. So it will give you, you know, it would open up, it will connect, you connect to it, you open up. It's massaging also is like comforting your inner child, saying, I'm here, I'm okay. Trust me, let's work together. And it will open up your intuition. It will open up your view where you need to go. As we're going to start, the next step we're going to do is we're going to start our journey. Okay. And last step is the purple color. The purple color is the Crayon Chakra, right? It's interesting how this name is across all the practices, right? It's called Crayon Chakra. In the Sphirot system, it's called Keter. Keter is, if you translate Keter from Hebrew, it's crown. That's exactly what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful symbolism for those of us who are looking forward to Rosh Hashanah like me. My favorite fruit is a pomegranate. What is a pomegranate? A symbol of Keter, right? Why is it called Rosh Hashanah? Rosh, it means head, Hashanah, the head of the year, okay? You start the head of the year with the crown, right? What was it once thing I read? It was in Russian, so I couldn't repost it because I know most people who read me are English speaking. But one saying was, you know, ladies, don't don't stoop your shoulders. Remember, the crown is on your head. Go through life with a crown on your head. You know, don't look at things as difficulties, but rather as opportunities, as challenges that we can easily overcome. Do you know why? Because we have a crown on our head. We are always ahead. You know, we are always like on top of the world. Okay, go with the feeling inside your head, and that's what it is. Now, purple is spirituality. Purple is a connection to the outside. Purple is a connection to divine, to God, to the universe. It's an abstract world, okay? Most of us, we have no visible, and I do say most of us, right? We know some people are, you can look at them and you can see they have that chakra around them. Most of us are over here. We are not connected to we're not easily or visibly or readily connected to the outer world. You know, we're not like prophets where we hear messages from God. Our days, if somebody comes and say, I heard a message from God, people will not be believing because that's not something that usually happens in our world. If you do hear messages, it will happen through different, you know, means. Messages usually come over here, guys. Fantasies, dreams, okay? When we start dreaming, that's when the messages come. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you something interesting. What we just made, this coloring, is called the Mandala of Harmony, okay? And talking within the lingo of the hero's journey, I'm going to let you know that we approach the threshold. We're approaching the threshold between 12 and 1. And some of you can say it's 11:30, Lana, I'm tired. I'm going to go take a break. Thank you for the session. It was enough. And they will not go through the threshold. They will not go, you know, they will give into their resistance. I am imploring you to go further. Let's get to number 1. We have half an hour I will explain to you what we're doing over here, okay? Now pay attention. This is very interesting. What we're going to do is, since we finished the purple, notice that we finished on the purple. We're connected to our intuition. We are connected to the other realm. By the way, when you do the purple, you can actually do the situating of the crown on your head. Let me see if I can show it to you. Okay. Transfer my camera briefly. Okay. Look what happens here. You can do this. This is the kind of body. I'm a lot into body dynamics, right? Body oriented processing. So when you do the crown chakra, you actually build a crown on your head. You go like this. You're like, oh, there's my crown. You know, and you connect to the crown. You actually feel that crown on your head. Okay. Just something to bring to you. Let's continue. Okay, let's finish. Let's go further. So as we connected to our intuition, now is the time to put your goal, okay? To bring a goal. My goal is starting September for this specifically now. I'm starting September. I have 4 amazing courses planned for September. 2 of them are regular courses, the basics and the specialist. As we speak now, as I was teaching you guys, I just got another student for the specialist course. I'm very excited. And I'm bringing 2 completely new courses, which are absolutely phenomenal, absolutely amazing. I'm imploring all of you to join both of the courses if you can. If you can't, even then join both of the courses because it will be absolutely transformational. And I am, you know, quite eager to get the amount of people, the amount of students, you know, and to start this year with this interesting goal that I have to bring to the universe, to the public, how to achieve financial growth and success by working with your blocks, your inhibitions, okay? That's my goal. Now, and this is what we're gonna do, okay? Put your marker down. Okay, this is what I want you to do. Put your marker down, and we're gonna do an intuitive drawing now, okay? I want you to put your marker down on number 1 and thinking about your goal. I want you to draw kind of a circle. It doesn't matter where you start, okay? Do that intuitively. Make a circle throughout your whole mandala, okay? Like this. I'm looking for a circle. This is what I'm looking for, okay? I'm looking to go like this, look, okay? Do it in the Neuroline style, guys. It shouldn't be a straight circle. We already have straight circles. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let me show it to you first so you know what to do, okay, guys? Breathing in and out, you know, kind of put where you are, go on number one. See where your hand goes. Which color does your hand want to go? Which chakra are you resting, okay? So I'm starting over here. And quickly, do not think, because if you think it's not going to be the real intuition drawing, go, look, just draw a Neuroline throughout your mandala, okay, guys? Voila. Start at 1. And actually also start at 12 and finish at 1, you know. I'm going to do that. Right, there you go. Okay. This is what we do. This is called intuitive drawing, guys. When I drew the Neuroline, I wasn't focusing. I didn't, you know, I did not do this conscious. This is a subconscious, or rather unconscious drawing of the Neuroline. And that's what I want you to do. That's what I'm looking for you to achieve, okay? Okay. What are you doing now? Look, even my throat is acted up, right? Why? Because what I just made was an intention. I just went to step number 2. Thinking to draw was step number 1, then I did the intention, right? And then I did 3, threshold, right? I put this down. Just kind of go through this, through each pinpoint on your mandala, right? Noting by making a circle, where does your intuitive Neuroline coincide with each line, each segment? By adding as a circle, right? You can put a dot and then a circle. You can just put a dot. We can do circles later. Okay, just kind of note quickly. We will go through this. Maybe I'll try to go through this as we only have half an hour. Okay. And this is what I'm going to show you now, what you can do further, okay? The first thing you do is you put a circle. The next step you do is you actually going through all of the steps, okay? Remember, this was my first, and I'm looking, my first step, my sabbatical, right over here. I'm in orange, okay? And I'm thinking this is how I start. I actually still think we should start with 1. Yeah, no, we're starting with 1, okay? We're starting with 1, okay? I connected to my sabbatical, and maybe that's what it is, that I did it completely intuitively. I am accepting my accomplishments. Remember how I told you I need to work on it as well? Accepting my accomplishments, working on my accomplishments, working on internalizing my accomplishment. This way I gain enough resources to to continue my journey, okay? And I guess I have to internalize my accomplishments, the fact that I am, yeah, I'm going to do that. That I am a KESF trainer, and I'm going to work on that. And then we're starting, look at me. I am starting, pay attention to the colors. So my start is in color yellow. And that's what it is, right? Hesitation, anxiety. Will people understand what I'm talking about? Will people accept my ideas? Will people accept me? You know, the whole imposter thing going on here, right? Hesitation, you know, contemplation, self, you know, what do you call that? Being self-confident over here. By the way, if you're having if you're in yellow or you're actually having some anxiety, the advanced students, you know what I'm talking about. You can take a piece of paper and just draw a circle and do a catharsis within, rounding it out. As soon as you round out the catharsis, you kind of overcoming this, you're overcoming the anxiety point, okay? And here's what, if the first time we did it was subconscious, the second time we're doing it, we're going to do it consciously. What am I doing? I want to see if I want to increase, where do I want to be, right? I want to move from from yellow right? From the yellow chakra into the green chakra. I want to open myself up to the possibilities that people will come, people are interested. People find it fascinating. Financial topics are always fascinating for people. And I think what I was thinking, you know, what I'm going to do is not going to be like an easy peel, right? Where people say, come to me and I'll teach you how to make, you know, $1 million, you know, only $10.99 for this session to learn how to become a millionaire, right? That's not what I'm doing. I'm actually going to take you on a journey and I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to show you. And actually, I'm preparing 2 programs. One program called the Financial Regeneration, which would be a simpler approach, right? Those of you who want to do something simpler, you don't want anything complicated, but you're welcome to do the Financial Regeneration, where it's like 6 sessions. Those of you who are interested in learning the deeper understanding of who you are, those of you I am inviting to join the KESF program, right? Where we're going to go, it's 10 or 12 sessions we're going to do. It's going to take us like 2 to 3 months, or actually maybe we're going to, no, it's not going to take 2 months. We're going to meet twice a week. And the point is, people will be, you know, much more involved, much more, but it's also for people like me. When I first did the program with the founder, Svetlana Gorbach, right away I asked her, I said, you know, I did this program. I was quite fascinating with, I did a one-on-one with her. And I was so fascinated. At the end of the program, I said, listen, I want to learn how to do this. And she told me, she said, once I start the next trainer program, I will let you know. That took about 9 months for me to fully internalize everything I went through the program. And yeah, as soon as she wrote to me, I'm starting the trainer program, I said, there you go. I'm in right away. Okay. Because this program is absolutely fascinating. So some people I know are like me. They want to learn everything, you know, the way I explain things, right? Like some of you said, you would like that idea. That's what it is, right? I am into psychology. I'm a psychologist. That's my, you know, that's my calling in life, I believe, right? And I find it to be fascinating, and I find it to be so transformational, right? And it's interesting to note, right? Go to the next step, right? Once you figure this out, go to the next step. The next step is fantasy, intention, right? My desire, you see, I kind of worked on my desire. I realized my desire was kind of still in the yellow line, okay? And I kind of worked on it. I made it bigger. And kind of note where you want yourself to be, okay? And we're gonna afterwards draw the new, look at the next step, fantasy and intention. Which chakra do you want to be in fantasy and intention? Thinking about the fact that fantasy is usually the top level of the chakra, right? The top tier. Don't, you know, you don't want to go into red, orange, or yellow into fantasy, into intention, right? It's the upper level, right? And that's where I am noticing that my fantasy, I need to maybe fantasize, I need to maybe bring in more about connecting. So I'm going to put my point where I want to be over here, okay? In the beginning, the thought, the idea, the desire, I'm going to even say, well, look, that's why I want it to be here. So look, you have one line that shows where you are now, but the second part, remember, we are creators. We decide where we want to be and how we want to go places, right? We are in the 4th quadrant. We make choices in life. I realized that I want to learn how to go from here. There you go. Make a bigger circle. And I'm going to draw a neural line to my segment over here. In my fantasy and intention, I want to be here also between purple and blue. Okay. Let's say people who are, you know, very earthy, very realistic, you may want to bring yourself to this higher tier level. You understand that you want to bring in the reality, you know, being from realistic into, because we always start our idea over here, desire, hearing the call. Desire, by the way, in throat level is a keter, the crown, right? The connection, hearing the call always occurs on a supernatural level, okay? And then we have fantasy, right? When we start bringing that idea, that call, that first kind of spark, we're going to start bringing it down to earth and thinking, how would it look like to me? And that's when you start fantasizing, you know, I need to pay, I guess, more attention to this, start thinking more. You know, Sabbath is coming. Today's Friday, TGIF, right? The weekend is here, so I'm going to rest, rejuvenate, and actually start working on this. Now, then we're going to start, right? I want to start in October. My September is busy, it's taken. My October is the next place where I want to plan. And I'm thinking, what color do I see myself, right? Where do I see myself? And that would be what? Action, okay? It would be action. I kind of see myself over here, orange to red, right? When I see about actual actions, it's over here. By the way, intention is what I'm doing now, right? Where I'm planning, where I'm talking about it, right? Where I'm going to start soon, you know, creating a flyer, start advertising, start bringing it to people before October starts. So that's why it's interesting. Note, I'm way over here and I realized maybe I should be coming here. Maybe the green color is right. I should be opening myself up, right? I'm creating a connection between where I want to be and where I am subconsciously. And look what happens. I'm creating a new neural line from this step 2 to step 3, okay? Again, the first step you do is subconscious neural line. The next step, you analyzing and you're making decision, you're making strategies, right? That's the right word, strategizing. Where are you going to be? Okay. Where are you going to be? Okay. So start, okay. And then I'm thinking step 4 is allies, telling people. I'm already starting telling people, but I guess I'm going to start telling people in September, right? Programs, do open sessions, start bringing some content information, right? I'm going to start bringing some content information, but I realize my goal, I'm getting off my goal. My goal here is not my September program, my October. My goal is September programs. So my start would be here. I'm starting this Sunday. My first September course, the Butterfly Effect. I'm inviting everybody to join an amazing program. I love it. You know, the idea of the butterfly effect is that little tiny changes in the beginning of any project, any course will bring big changes to your goal generally, right? It's a ripple effect. So what I'm going to teach you, right, we're going to do on Sunday, we're going to do a diagnostic, a first picture, come with a big desire, a nice, big, huge, fat desire, come with a nice goal. And I am going to, okay, here, 4 is telling people. I'm going to start the project on Sunday. Okay, telling people will be red. Okay, I am going to show you how, when you start the desire, right? And I'm going to show you how it shows through the drawing. That's the best part about connecting it with Neurographica. When you draw something, some goal, right? We discussed it in the open sessions, how to do your storytelling in the picture format, right? So the way you originally put the first, you know, the way you originally position your shapes on the paper can tell a lot about what you think about your project on all 4 levels, on emotional, physical. We're going to put 4 shapes on the paper, and I will explain to you how to understand which shape means what. Okay, we're going to connect it. It's truly an amazing, and I'm going to show you how you can change that, how you can remove certain blocks you have within you that will kind of, you know, it's like people saying, I want to be a millionaire, but they have inner blocks and their environment, the way things happen in life doesn't always work out that way. You don't become a millionaire, right? You get resistance. There's number 5, resistance. Where do I want to meet resistance? Remember, resistance is an important part of the journey, okay? You cannot avoid it. Avoiding the resistance is resistance itself, okay? So what you can do is you can plan for the way you kind of deal with resistance, okay? Think, which chakra do you want to meet your resistance at, okay? I want to meet my resistance exactly where what it shows here in my subconscious, in the green. I want to be able to kind of on a heart chakra level, to be open to possibilities. You know, I want to greet the resistance with, right, over here, allies telling people and people saying, oh, it's great. I want to resist on the green level. Why? Because I feel it's you know, this idea that I will have to kind of still keep my heart open if I have some people, you know, if I have some resistance, whether I'm thinking people may not like it or people, not a lot of people sign up for the program, I'm still going to do it. Yeah, I want to keep my heart open. Excellent. And then I get to the dragon, to the death, to the disappointment part, step 6, right in the middle. My question is, the question you should be asking yourself here is, where do you want to meet that lowest point within your project, that point where you're like so down, you're like, that's it, this is the end. Nobody's coming, you know, like when people plan a party and nobody comes, you know, at least they think so. If 5 minutes after 6 o'clock when the party is supposed to start, nobody shows up, right? And you're like, that's it, nobody's coming. Why did I cook all this food, you know? And then 6:10, people are ringing the bell, right? Sometimes they happen, right? Everybody think they can be fashionably late, right? That's what it is, right? But before you get to step 7, you need to pass step 6. Start asking yourself a question: which chakra, where do I have the most amount of resources to deal with the dragon, with the inner dragon? I want to mention it to inner dragon, okay? Your inner dragon. Where do you want to meet with your hesitations? My subconscious showed me blue by talking about it. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, communication, expression. Yeah, I want to go here in the middle between green and blue. Like I mentioned, I want to be here. I want to keep my heart open. Vera, who created this program, the Butterfly Effect, brilliant colleague of mine. She creates a lot of wonderful programs. By the way, the Financial Regeneration is her program. Guys, she is the most successful Neurographic instructor that has graduated with me in the Russian world, guys. Okay, just so you know who Vera is. She's absolutely magnificent, smart. She's a psychologist, you know, a professional psychologist, and she truly brings a lot of psychology. That's why I like her program. She brings a lot of explanation, psychology, and her techniques are easy to use and, you know, bring into any drawing. Okay, so Vera was telling that first, you know, she called her program Neuro Butterfly, and she explained it as the butterfly effect neurographic algorithm. And she was saying that her first group was like 3 or 4 people, and she just did it for fun. She was like, I didn't expect it, and it became one of the most popular. At the moment, the most popular, but now she stopped teaching that session already, that course. She's focusing more. She's also my colleague in the KESAF program. We're working together on it. You know, when she developed the program, I kind of, you know, we discussed it and everything. And she is also, she just developed the KESAF with Neurographica program that I am planning to use. Right, we are discussing it, we're bringing it, and that's promising, she says, to be the most popular now, because her first KESAF with Neurographica program, she had 20 people signed up right away. She said, like within the first 2 days. So she says, like, you know, in the beginning, she didn't expect much. She just did it for fun, and that's what I'm doing. I love this course, the butterfly effect, and I want to do it for fun. And that's my presence and gifts, this understanding, this insight that I am doing it for fun. Okay, and fun will be over here, green and yellow for me, right? Fun, enjoyment, right? Subconsciously, it's in my blue, in my indigo color. Nope, it's more like blue. I want to make it bigger. I want to internalize this as well. Increase it to indigo, right? Go into my third eye, into my intuition. And, you know, say, yeah, this is the beginning. Beginnings are always new. When I started teaching Neurographic in 2018, I had no feedback, guys, no feedback. People were like, huh? Neuro what? No feedback. It took me what? 21, 2, 3 years to start bringing it to the outer world. Now it's extremely popular, right? And that's the present, the gifts, right? The feedback I will get from the Sunday session, the turnout, but I know it's Labor Day, I realize, and not a lot of people may be able to join live. And I know people wrote to me that I will be watching you in recording, and I'm okay with that. I am kind of like, okay, at this point, I'm confident to know that people who want to learn, they will come. People who need to find this program, they will come, okay? It comes from the universe. Outer obstacles, the dragon. There you go, talking about people actually signing up, right? Sunday, I have an open session, and then I want people to actually sign up for the program. I have one person already who signed up right away. As soon as I posted, we discussed it with her, you know, she's an avid follower of mine, and she wants to join this program. So she's joining for sure, but I have, you know, and the question to ask yourself every time you meet the dragon, which chakra do you feel you have the most resources, or maybe which chakra do you want to add the most resources? Maybe the better ask, which chakra you don't have enough resources, so you're going to add a circle and make it nice and big. Okay, so I want to make this circle, the subconscious circle that I mentioned, that I marked over here at the third eye / my throat, my you know, my mental abilities, way to express myself, right? I want to be able to have that Sunday session nice, easy, people would be able to understand. It's an absolutely fascinating theory, the way the program is made, the way that our algorithm is created through the use of Neurographica. And I want to deal with the dragon. Just here, and I have here, then I go here. I'm connecting further, then I go here. I forgot to connect my conscious strategized steps, right? And what am I doing next? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to meet head on with my dragon? And here's the best part to figure out that what I explained to you. Oh, Michelle, come join us. You're going to love it, by the way. You're going to love it. I know the way you are. You're going to love this because there's a lot of psychology and a lot of, again, explanation and how to reach your goal. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to love it. Come join us. And I'm thinking, how do I want to greet this dragon? And it's kind of hard for me because I have no idea what is this dragon going to be and how am I going to feel? So at this point, I need to project. Am I going to see the dragon? Will it be a female dragon or a male dragon? Okay. Will I have to get a sword and let go with the head off? What was that Alice in Wonderland phrase? You know, off with the heads, right? The queen was saying. Or do I want to deal with it in a feminine energy, you know, this inner child, this dragon who needs comfort, who needs understanding, who needs a way to say, help me. I'm a dragon that's weeping. Yes, I am. There's a lot of fire that I'm expressing, but that's because on my inner self, I am a hurt person, right? So that's something I'm thinking, where do I want to deal with it, you know? And it's interesting as I'm thinking about it, a big circle is evolving over here. I'm going to make a nice big circle that involves 3 chakras. Look at this, orange, yellow, and green, right? So it might be a combination of both. The green chakra is the inner chakra, right? It's how I am greeting myself. It's how I am positioning myself. It's my belief. It's my inner understanding, my inner strength to see that, you know, I measure my success in various ways, you know. It's the yellow, right? It's dealing with my anxiety, my fear, right? Inner fear that this may not come up, it may not be popular or not, you know, or not. I am connected to the egregor of Vera. Vera has an amazing egregor. She, like I said, this program has 80 people to the program. The butterfly effect was Vera. 80 people, 40 of them are trainers. And Vera is doing something absolutely fabulous because usually she's the only one, usually the person who created the program can be the, you know, can give the status of a trainer. She gave me the right. She said, if somebody who wants to become an English facilitator of this program, somebody wants to take it and go further on and teach or lead master classes, I'm giving you the right to give permission to those people to do that, right? Which is absolutely amazing, because guess what? You guys can become, those of you who are specialists and instructors, you can become the people who will bring this method to the English speaking audience, right? And it's absolutely magnificent. Okay, again, I will explain so much more on Sunday. So I'm thinking, there you go, orange. Yeah, I'm connecting to myself. I'm thinking, yeah, it will be fine. I am gonna enjoy the process, and it's true, I will enjoy the process. I will enjoy the program. I will enjoy taking you guys through the program. It's a series of 4 sessions. 2 of the sessions will be double sessions combined, meaning we're going to do true drawings. Okay, it's a 4-hour. It's like the algorithm courses we had, right? Remember how we did 3 to 4 hour sessions? That's what it's going to be. But of course, some of you can watch it in recordings, and I spaced it out so that you guys have time to watch it in recording in order to join the next session. Okay. If you need a schedule, you can let me know. I'll send it to you. And voila, I'm getting to the victory, my victory. And I'm looking at this. My victory subconsciously is over here within my third eye intuition and my thyroid chakra, right? My throat chakra. Okay. I want to make it bigger, right? I want to be very successful into my expressing myself, the way I express. I want to gain victory. I was speaking to a colleague, and she told me, she's like, I'm taking a speech for speakers, and I'm like, a course for speakers. And I'm like, I started thinking, is that something I should be doing? I mean, I know her. She leads open sessions with Lana. You guys know her. I mentioned her. She's the founder of Kesef. And she leads open live sessions in her Facebook every day. I mean, she speaks Russian. You're welcome to watch her, but she speaks Russian, right? But basically everything she talks about is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to bring it to the English speaking audience. She talks about financial, again, removing blocks, inhibitions, and all of that. She's a very successful psychologist. But I'm thinking, if should I be doing that? Should I be joining some courses on the, how to improve your speaking abilities and all that? I guess something I'm going to think about maybe next year, right? I have my plate full this year. Where do I want to be in this step? Okay. I need to start a session in 3 minutes. Okay, ladies, Michelle or Marla. Actually, maybe I'll do it myself. I need to go in the group and let people know I'm going to be like 5, maybe 10 minutes late. 1 second, everybody. Let me write that in the group that I'm running 10 minutes late because we are in session still. I want to finish explaining it to you quickly, and then you guys can finish the drawing on your own. The rest of it is, what to do, adding color, adding the field lines. Remember, it's a mandala, so they're going from the center to the outward, and adding some affixing shapes, okay? But my group. Oh, here it is. I'm going to write that I'm being 5 to 10 minutes late. Okay, second guys, okay. And let's do this, okay. Okay, just post it so people know. Let's quickly go. So victory, okay. I see that I'm here, but I want to know that I'm victory over here. I want to be victorious here. Orange and red chakra. I want to be victorious in the actual physical realm. I want to be able to get, interesting students who are interested, students who are eager to learn, to maybe teach this further on. That would be an amazing thing, right? That's something both me and Vera are looking forward to, getting some people who are interested in going further. Okay, success. I want to see success. I want to see people signing up. I want to see success in people exciting. I'm getting feedback. Oh, you are. Excellent. Excellent, Marla. So glad to hear. There you go. Yeah. So it's interesting to see how I want to see people reacting. I want to see people being interested, because I am thinking this is amazing, right? How we're going to do first diagnostic session on Sunday, how we are going to see that on Sunday, we're going to see, I'm going to show you how you can see right away from the shapes you put on the paper to achieve your goal. What do they mean in actual, when it comes to which part of you is blocking it and which part of you is open to it. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so step number 10 is support, right? Signs. I will see, I want to see signs and support, maybe over here, maybe green, people being open to different ideas, people being open to this new type of, actually showed again over here, number in the blue eye in my intuitive, right? I'm going to highlight that. Remember all the neural lines and all the shapes you add. Remember to do the rounding process, guys. As I'm teaching, I'm not able to do it openly, but you're welcome to do the reflection process, those of you who knows what I'm talking about. There you go. Voila. Okay. And then we are going, wait. Connect the new circles that you created, okay? Connect them together, don't mix it up, okay, guys? That's why I'm connecting in each step. Each circle I'm creating in each segment, in each step, I am connecting with the previous one, okay? You're supposed to have 2 sections here. One would be, I forgot to tell you, you could have done it with different colors. One would be the original one, which you drew originally, and the second one, I just realized, you could have done it with a different color and make it more, so you can see the difference between the 2 steps, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna show you how I did it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do this more on brown, right? Brown is my color. I'm gonna show you guys, those of you in the neuro coaching with me now. I'm getting feedback from your microphone. My microphone. Are you saying there's something wrong with my microphone? Should I be changing my microphone? Sometimes that happens, right? Okay. Let me know. This should be better. Okay. Is this better? Are you saying there was some kind of, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Private message me next time, because I easily see it, and so I hope you guys didn't miss too much. What I'm saying is that take a different color and go over your the new circles. Yes, we do. So let me tell her. Brenda, I'm running late. I'm finishing the live. In 8 minutes, we're going to start 12:10. Okay, I have to finish the live now. Oh. Brenda, I'm running late. I have to finish the live. I'm finishing the live, and we'll start in 8 minutes. Okay. Okay. So go over the new circles. Some of them may coincide with the circles you made, with your first line. And this is interesting to note. Where do you coincide with your subconscious, and where do you not coinciding? I am not getting anything. Okay. And anyway, I changed the microphone. I know sometimes that happens, but that's changed. And look, I'm here in step 10. Let's do step 11. Step 11, I am going to do the reaching my goal. Okay, reaching my goal will be to finish that program, right? To finish the program, butterfly effect program. Again, I want to finish it here. Success. Okay, success would be, I would say here, orange, yellow, right? Success would be 2, actual success of the program, and the way I see it internally, and of course the way it happens external, the way it happens realistically, right? Again, in my subconscious, it was here. In my
in my, what's it called? In my intuition chakra. Okay. Quickly go around it. So I'm looking for, and you guys do this, okay? Contemplate, ask yourself questions when you're doing this. Do what I do, you know, kind of have an analysis, loud talking. If you don't want to do that, right, you can just do the reflection process. We know the reflection process works wondrously, just doing that alone. I just kind of explaining to you the idea of how to do it. That's why I'm doing more explanation style rather than the reflection process, but I'm imploring you to do that. And then I get to the number 12, taking a sabbatical, the reflection, as I'm preparing for my next step. Okay, my sabbatical, my reflection will be right here, guys, on top. Interesting. I noted over here. Look how close I am, right, to the steps. My conscious step was over here, yellow, green, right, where I'm accepting the results. Well, I will be accepting myself, accepting the results. You know, working with my ego, my the way I see myself, right, the social realm, right, the way I think others see me, right. Interesting to note. Where do I want to be? My reflection, I want to be right here, maybe discussing it. I want to start being more maybe communicative. I just started to learn how I need to be a bit more communicative on social media, right? I started learning because I'm like, what's happening? All of a sudden, less people see me. And then I learned that my friends told me Facebook changed the algorithm. So a lot of people are not seeing my post. Apparently, you're not supposed to post anything like a link to your website or something. Now they're going to block them. And I'm like, why do I see people are not seeing it, you know? So now I know, so I need to work with that. And, right, and then I'm gonna go start again. After the reflection, my new start will be the Ho'oponopono program, right? So where will that be? Right here. Ho'oponopono program here. Very excited about doing it. Amazing, amazing program, okay? That's where I'm gonna be, okay? Okay, guys, we are done. What I would like for you guys to finish on your own is to finish putting color and finish putting all the finishing touches according to the 7 steps of the algorithm, which is, you know, doing everything you need to do, archetyping, adding more color as necessary. You can color your steps different colors, you know, significant of the color of the chakra they're in, kind of emphasizing that chakra color, that energy of that chakra color, okay? And yeah, voila. There you go. Okay, guys. Adding the field lines and everything else, okay? I want to thank those of you. I'm going to say goodbye now. Okay, guys, welcome to post your pictures. You can post them in the World of Neurographica page. You can post them on my personal profile, guys. Welcome to tag me and write the name at Lana Shalom or at World of Neurographica. Either one is fine. We're very happy to see it. You're welcome to join a group and share there. Basically, welcome to be a part of our wonderful, wonderful community. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing some of you soon in 2 minutes in our personal group, and some of you I'm looking forward to see you on Sunday, whether you can come live or you want to watch it in recording. Each way is fine. I want to thank you for joining me today. I had an amazing, amazing time drawing with you, seeing your comments, basically seeing your presence. And by the way, I do feel your presence, even those of you who will be watching me in recording. I feel the energy field, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining. Welcome to join us on Sunday for the next session. Welcome to post your pictures. Welcome to kind of, you know, give a shout out and say, thank you, Lana. We enjoyed the session. Any positive review is welcome. Any questions, welcome to PM me, and looking forward to seeing you guys. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful summer day. And by the way, beautiful Labor Day weekend, okay?